Bini. Today I at one of branch of Cimb Bank. Me and my group will explain about Cimb Bank. So let's swipe up.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today my group will explain the application of Islamic business ethic in the organization which is Cimb Bank. Before we start the presentation, let me introduce my groupmate first. Firstly, Cik Muhammad Azam bin Cik Daud. Second, me Khairul Syahmi bin Muhammad Fauzi. And last but not least, Nurul Insyirah binti Saifulizan. So let's move to background or history of Cimb. In 1974, Pertanian Baring Sanwa Multinational, which is PBSM, was established in Kuala Lumpur. In this year, the name of Cimb was not introduced yet. While in 1986, PBSM was changed their name to Commerce International Merchant Bankers Berhad, which is Cimb. The changes has been made because of acquisition of Bank of Commerce. In 1991, United Asian Bank merged with Bank of Commerce Malaysia Berhad. This is very significant to restructuring Commerce Asset Holding Berhad, which is CAHB. The merge become one bank, which is Bank of Commerce Malaysia Berhad. In 1999, Bank of Commerce Malaysia Berhad merged with Bank Bumiputra Malaysia Berhad, but now known as Bank Muamalat, to form Bumiputra Commerce Bank Berhad. Lastly, in 2003, Cimb had listed on Bursa Malaysia. Unfortunately, this lasting only for 3 years. So now I will move to the organization structure. First of all, this is Datuk Nasir Ahmad, which is chairperson or independent director of Cimb Bank. The second is Datuk Abdul Rahman Ahmad as CEO, which is Chief Executive Officer Cimb Bank. These two people, Serenatan May Shwen and Datuk Lee Kok Kwang, hold position as non-independent director. So next, Tioh Su Ying as senior independent director, and all the banners are holding independent directors. Since Cimb did not state the specific number of employees in their branch in Kuala Lumpur, they state the overall number of Cimb employees in Malaysia, which is 19,669 employees. We state at June 2019. And according to other information, the number of Cimb employees has already reached 38,000. Cimb also offer a variety of positions, including human resources, HR, marketing executive, board of director, manager, and others. The vision of Cimb Bank is to be the leading focused Asian bank. To achieve their vision, they have used 5 ways, which are deliver sustainable financial return, discipline the execution, customer centricity, transform their fundamental, and last but not least, purpose-driven organization. Next, for the mission of Cimb, which is They commit to build a strong and sustainable financial future for its customer. This is the key of CMB success. CMB has always been disciplined in execution. For example, they are focused, clear, and transparent about what they want to do, and strive to deliver on time.
Next part is the core business or activities of the company of CIMB. So, the product offered by the company CIMB is such CIMB e-credit card. CIMB e-credit card is a credit card that lets get the most out of cashless payment online or offline from e-commerce and e-wallets auto billing as well as everyday in-store purchase. So, the minimum income requirement to apply is RM24,000 per annum and should be 20 years old and above. Next, the product of CIMB offer is cash plus personal loan. So, the fixed interest rate from as low as 6.68% to 40.88% fixed per annum, which is equivalent to interest rate of 12.31% to 24.41% per annum. The eligibility for this personal loan is individual age 20 to 58 years old, have Malaysian citizen and minimum monthly gross income of RM2,000, must in employment for more than 6 consecutive months, or for self-employer business need to be active for more than 24 months. Lastly, the product of CIMB offer is e-gold investment account EGIA. The minimum initial purchase of investment only 1 gram. This investment also flexibility to buy and sell gold conveniently via CIMB clicks, which mean easy and transparency. Who want to join next to log in to website CIMB clicks and need to select apply and invest and go to the gold investment account under investment category. Next, the Cimb Bank also provides self-service banking. As we see, there are a lot of automated teller machines (ATM) out there. So it easy to customer deposit and withdraw their money as they want at any time, as easy to find the location because in strategic areas such pump petrol and mall. Furthermore, the company of CIMB also have 234 branches across in Malaysia. That means they are available in all states in Malaysia.
So next, I will present about ethical business practices of the CIMB. Based on our group research, the CIMB Group Code of Ethics and Conduct will establish the responsibilities of the group's employees and associated persons working for and on behalf of the group in adhering to the principle and upholding the corresponding conduct in order to achieve a high level of professionalism and ethics in the conduct of our business and professional activities. CIMB stated that it has a zero tolerance policy for legal violations by its employees and will take appropriate action against employees who are found to have violated the law in any market in which they operate.
Thank you, Ms. Inshira. Now I will continue with ethical business practices of Cimb Bank. From my research, ethics in business are very important to them. They have zero tolerance for violate the rule and code of conduct. Code of conduct CIMB consists of 4 types, which are company, customers, employees, and society. Based on company code of conduct, there are several policies such as no gift policy, which means the clients and the employees cannot accept gift from customer to avoid conflict of interest. Next is whistleblowing policy, which means this policy will protect who made the report of wrongdoing other employees involve internal and external employees. From expect fellow employees, they must respect each other by avoiding discrimination, bullying, harassment, and others. There are also no smoking policy in aspect employees, so employees shall not smoke in the premise of CMB except at designated area to smoke. From aspect customer, the employees must provide their customer with high quality and best services. All employees must also conduct themselves with due and diligence while discharging their duties toward customer. For the last is from aspect society, which is act in the interest of public. So all CMB employees must consider the social and environmental impact of their decision, product, and services. This aspect also corporate social responsibility, which is CSR culture. That's all from me. Now I will pass to the Inshirah Bed.
Cimb believes that communities in which people are connected, supported, and have access to resources and opportunities are critical to the development of a strong economic and social fabric. They focus on issues that are most important and meaningful to them in order to help build healthy communities in action. Their goal is to ensure that no one falls behind and prioritize beneficiaries who are most vulnerable to climate change and social injustice, particularly those in the P40, which is bottom 40% of income earners. This is easier for their employees and stakeholders to volunteer for community causes. So there are 4 categories that I am focused on, which are: the first is education. This can advocate for increasing equitable access to quality education and improving financial literacy. Second is health and community well-being. Cimb will support the program that can improve access to athletic facilities and affordable essential healthcare, and also can contribute to disaster relief efforts. So number 3 is economic empowerment. This can improve employability and access to decent work, as well as job creation and income generation. And lastly is climate and environment. Cimb currently develop a small-scale climate change mitigation and adaptation projects with a strong emphasis on community involvement and awareness building. So, for example of Cimb corporate social responsibilities is community development, also known as Community Link. Community Link is the flagship program of the Foundation for Community Development. It aims at forging closer ties with the local communities served by Cimb Bank and Cimb Islamic branches, and enables them to give back to the local communities they serve. This program leverages on the extensive reach of the large bank branch network throughout Malaysia, which serves both urban and rural communities. Community leaders and non-governmental organization NGO representatives are encouraged to propose initiatives or social causes to the local Cimb Bank and Cimb Islamic branch that will improve the lives of those in the community based on the specific needs of each local community. These proposals will be reviewed by branch manager who will then submit them for funding to the CIMB Foundation. The branch staff will collaborate with community leaders and non-governmental organizations to carry out the project once the funding is approved. So next, the community link have 5 key areas that namely, first is national unity, second is education, number 3 is socio-economic development, and number 4 is environment. So lastly is health. So next, in 2008, a total of 128 community link projects were implemented throughout nation with a total budget of 4.1 million based on the relative use of the program. So during the CSR, there have an issue that CIMB faced, which is the deaf community lacks employment due to their disability. For the solutions backed by funding from CIMB Foundation, the Persatuan Wushu and Tarian Naga Cimb of Kuala Lumpur was able to bring together a group of 24 deaf adults to be given specialized training in acrobatic lion dance. So after 6 months of intensive training, the group performed at the opening ceremony of the CIMB National Junior Squash Circuit 2009 as well as at CIMB Foundation Chinese New Year Gathering. Currently, they are in preparations to compete at the National Acrobatic Lion Dance Competition in November 2009. This proven that their disability does not limit their potential for growth and achievement. Next is ethical issue that faced by CIMB and how they solved the issue. One of the issues that CIMB faced was insider trading scandal in Kuala Lumpur. CIMB Group Holdings Berhad has issued a statement after 2 of its former senior managers were charged by the Securities Commission's SC for insider trading offence. In the article, the SC charged 3 individuals, 2 from CIMB and 1 from Pacific Mars for insider trading offence under Section 188 of the Capital Market and Services Act 2007. Cimb Bank was charged at Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court with 1 count of communicating non-public information between 10 December 2007 and 31 2007 to Lim Bang Hua. They are both senior managers in the Corporate Finance Department of CIMB Investment Bank Berhad. 5 charges were also brought against Lim's brother, Lim Boon Cheng, for acquiring 145,000 units of Pacific Mas Berhad shares between 18 December 2007 while in possession of material non-public information. So how CIMB solved this issue? Okay, so CIMB solved the issue by enforcing the rule of their company. So they called Securities Commission to investigate the problem and solve it by following Securities Commission Act. The proposed takeover offer was announced to Bursa Malaysia on 4 January 2008. The offence carried a penalty of imprisonment for a term not exceeding 10 years and a fine of not less than 1 million. CIMB has always cooperated fully with all their host regulators to ensure financial stability in the environment in which they conduct their business, and they will continue to extend our fullest cooperation to regulators on everything that they require from CIMB. CIMB said the group is committed to upholding the law in all their business process at all times, and also said this is reflected in their internal policies, which have been clearly communicated to all staff, who are continuously reminded on the importance of complying with the law in respective markets. Last but not least, according to our research, CIMB does not take halal business practices seriously. However, CIMB is very focused on ethical business practices. This is due to CIMB's increased emphasis on non-Sharia products like credit cards and loans. As a result, CIMB's capital sources are increasingly geared towards non-Sharia compliance. Meanwhile, when it comes to ethical business practices, CIMB prioritizes them. The CIMB demonstrates this by providing an ethics and conduct code based on these standards and policies. CIMB can form a group of employees who will follow CIMB's rules and regulations.
So for the next part is our comment regarding the business of CIMB behavior based on Islamic practice. CIMB is a big company which practices kindness and to give charity. We can see the action of CIMB do when pandemic COVID-19, which is CIMB Group launched Community Kita COVID-19 relief project, which a RM 10 million commitment to aid community in need. This shows how much CIMB committed to help the society and provide immediate support to Malaysia healthcare system as hospital continue to manage the overwhelming number of cases. Next, the company of CIMB also been responsible. As a good company, CIMB management team set the tone at the top, providing leadership and support for the policy and take responsibility for effectiveness within business units. Responsible for the implementation and all communication and training activities to ensure every employee understood and complied with this policy. With this action, the employee become more responsible for what they do and more carefully every time. And for the last point, the business behavior of CIMB on Islamic perspective is transparency and fairness in dealing. As we can see, CIMB is so serious and take care of their customer. So CIMB takes a zero tolerance approach toward bribery and corruption and is committed to acting professionally, fairly, and with integrity in all business dealing and relationship in all jurisdictions in which it operates.